Hi everybody, it's Amanda. I'm gonna take these off. And I can't see your beautiful faces. I decided to start a video blog about books and movies I read and watch. Whenever there's like movie and book trivia, they're always like looking to me to know the answer. I do watch a lot of movies. I am a subscriber from Netflix, download books on my Kindle. I decided for the first vlog I should do two books that I really like, my favorites. The first book is called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic. I know it looks big. It's awesome. If you remember, they made a movie called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That one was actually just the first book. The one I'm talking about is all 5 novels, which include The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Life, the Universe, and Everything, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, Young Zaphod Plays It Safe, and Mostly Harmless. This is one book that I can read over and over and over and not get bored with it. It has so many quirky things in it that whenever I read it, I find something new, and it's just hilarious. Kind of sarcastic, a little pessimistic at some points. I think it's really cool. Definitely read this. If you have ever watched the movie, which in my opinion wasn't all that great, they only used the first book in the movie, and they kind of added some more information from other books to kind of end it, and I just didn't really like it. But if you have watched the movie, you know that the narrator of the movie is British. I think Douglas Adams is also British. When you're reading the book, you can't tell that, but then once you see the movie, when you read the book, all you can hear is that guy's voice. Far out lies a small, unregarded yellow sun. Orbiting this, ape-descended life forms are so amazingly primitive that they still think digital watches are a pretty neat idea. Most of the people living on it were unhappy for pretty much most of the time. It's about aliens who think that Earth is just like this small little planet. What's also great about this book, his chapters are so short. Like in another book, you have this chapter that's 20 pages long. His chapters are 2-3 pages. Some are even just one paragraph. For me, I can read little parts at a time. It'll be fine. It's very light reading, I think. If you're interested in any kind of sci-fi at all, I seriously recommend this. Oh, and don't forget your towel. Okay. Next, I don't have a hard copy of it with me. As you guys may know, there's a movie coming out called Ender's Game. It's based off a book. You should read that book. It's really good. It's also sci-fi. Even though it has kids in it, I would recommend it to a older group. I think I read it when I was 14. What I just found out the other day is Ender's Game is just the first book in this whole complicated network of books that Orson Scott Card wrote. It must be about the world of, the universe of Ender. Can't say world. Universe of Ender. So there's Speaker for the Dead, which I just read. It's about after Ender leaves the military. All these books are talking about what happens afterwards to Ender, what happens to his sister. There might be one about the hegemon. I read Ender Game a long time ago. I just read Speaker for the Dead and Xenocide. I liked Speaker for the Dead a lot more than I did Xenocide. Just because it had a different feel. There's more characters involved that I just didn't really connect to. I'm not sure how the other ones tie in, but there's also Ender's Shadow, Seventh Son. There's just a bunch more. I think you can find a graph that tells you what books go where. I don't know if you can call it series. They're not sequels. And I guess he's still making books, so yeah. So many different things. Me and my sisters and my mom are really avid readers. If there's a series, they usually have all the books in it. So it's really surprising to me that there was more books out there. So I'm really excited for that movie, and I hope they don't, for example, Percy Jackson and Olympians, the Lightning Thief. I just hate when they don't follow the books correctly. And the kid was way too old for this, and now they're making a second one with the same kid. He was supposed to be 12, and he was a teenager. It's been 3 years, and this kid is in his 20s. It just bugs me. Anyway, that's the show. What should I talk about next? Should I talk about books I read when I was a kid that I really liked? They're not exactly kid books, but short books that I liked as a kid. Or I could tell you a couple of series that I liked. Let me know. So everybody knows, I really like sci-fi and fantasy books. If you have any recommendations for me to read, post them down below. That would be awesome. Thank you.